At time when Cricket South Africa was in a happy place after successful summer competition, stark reminder of the sport's dark side emerged last week at the Specialized Commercial Offences Tribunal Pretoria. Former Lions player Jean Symes, one of 7 players banned from cricket by Cricket South Africa for various violations of the CSA's anti-corruption code during the 2015-16 Ram Slam T20 competition, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. These 4 years are suspended for 5 years, provided that they have not been convicted of a similar offence during the sentence period. At 37, Symes' career is over, and while he considers himself lucky not to serve the actual prison sentence, he will have a criminal record that will certainly limit his future career options. Symes was 3rd player in the scandal to be successfully prosecuted by Priority Criminal Investigation Directorate, and more will likely follow. A statement from Hawks former Lions cricketer Jean Symes, 37, appeared before the Pretoria Specialized Commercial Crime Court on March 27, 2023, where he faced corruption charges under Prevention and Combating Corrupt Practices Act. Symes was found guilty, sentenced to 4 years in prison and fully suspended for 5 years, provided that the defendant did not commit a similar offence under the Anti-Corruption Prevention Act during his probation period. Gulam Bodi, first to descend, was sentenced to 5 years in prison in 2019, while Pumelela Matshikwe was sentenced by the same court on June 10, 2022 for same crime. This was after he admitted that he received a total of Rs 50,000 for qualifying during the Ram Slam tournament. Bookmakers from India turned Bodi to identify and recruit cricketers join the program. Following a CSA investigation in early 2016, Bodi pleaded guilty to several crimes under the CSA anti-corruption law and agreed to a 20-year ban. Those accepting the cricket bans following the investigation include former goalkeeper Thami Tsolekile, fast shooter Ethy Mbhalati, former Proteas left-arm sailor Lonwabo Tsotsobe and batsman Alviro Petersen. Bodi became first person be sentenced to 5 years this case October 2019 after pleading guilty attempted match-fixing charges the same series, Hawks said a statement. Bodi acted as an intermediary for international betting syndicates and approached certain players with the intent of engaging in match-fixing activities during the competition. Symes pleaded not guilty, which makes his sentence even lighter as Matshikwe pleads guilty. Symes' lawyers reportedly argued that certain confessions made during the Louis Cole-led CSA anti-corruption unit investigation were unacceptable in criminal proceedings, including the sanctions settlement he admitted received money from. This attempt was unsuccessful and from then on his case was doomed. It is also understood that Symes was considering emigrating to Ireland. Now that he has a criminal record, that may not be possible. While many will question why the Hawks pursue cricketers so vigorously on relatively minor offences compared to state capture and other corruption cases, the truth is, crime is a crime. Such convictions can also be a significant deterrent for others who may wish to undermine the integrity of the successful new SA20 league or other competition by engaging in corrupt activities. In a plea bargain with the ACU, Tsotsobe agreed to receive a 12-year ban for his role in match-fixing offences in the T20 Ram Slam competition. Tsotsobe was sentenced on August 8, 2016 along with Matshikwe, Mbhalati and Symes. Like Petersen, Tsotsobe was banned in 2017. Speed thrower Matshikwe and batsman Symes, both playing under Tsotsobe for the Lions franchise, have agreed to 10- and 7-year bans, respectively. Former Titans fast bowler Mbhalati has agreed to a 10-year ban. Tsotsobe, Mbhalati, Tsotsobe and Petersen are also undoubtedly on the Hawks' target. They complicated their case after they made several public allegations, rebutted, that the CSA's investigation was conducted for racial reasons. Tsotsobe, Mbhalati, Petersen, Tsotsobe were allowed to present their conspiracy theories at the 2021 Social Justice and Nation Building hearings, which collapsed when Cole CSA's external counsel, David Becker, took the stand. In August 2020, Tsotsobe was guest on Robert Marawa's radio show, where he alleged that CSA's anti-corruption unit, led by the respected Judge Bernard Ngoepe, a former presiding judge and former Deputy Chief Justice of Supreme Court, was guilty of targeting blacks and racial bias during the original investigation. Tsotsobe also claimed he did not receive the charges and that he was not presented with any evidence. Accusations had no factual basis and have since been dismissed. Ngoepe serves as independent head of the CSA's anti-corruption unit and at time reacted sharply to Tsotsobe's allegations. The allegation that the investigation deliberately targeted black players must be denied, Ngoepe said in a statement. Based on the evidence collected presented, both white and black players were investigated, indicted. Upon Tsotsobe's claim that he was not presented with any evidence and no charges were brought, Ngoepe said, "This is not the truth." Mr. Tsotsobe received a formal criminal complaint as per the law. He was also presented with extensive evidence in the presence of his lawyer. Dumisa Ntsibiza SC, ombudsman at the SJN hearings, later found that the allegations of racial prejudice had no basis. Fixing in cricket has been a serious problem for decades, and while less likely at today's highs as players are paid very high fees, lower-level players remain highly susceptible to unscrupulous punters and teammates. During last Women's T20 World Cup, several bookies were quietly ejected from stadiums when players alerted CSA and International Cricket Council anti-corruption units. A source also confirmed to the Daily Maverick that several bookies were dropped from the local men's T20 competition in Potchefstroom last year, thanks to players' questionable behavior and pointing out questions from strangers. Ever since former Proteas captain Hansie Cronje infamously admitted to taking money from bookies in 2000 and 2001, the ICC and local authorities have tightened up on match-fixing policing. However, they have given great resources to the training of actors in this regard. Any seemingly innocent conversation with a stranger, or even someone player knows, about state of field, team line-up or other game-related matters has potential to be used by punters to gain inside information. The South African Cricketers Association runs anti-corruption courses and the CSA has a full-time anti-corruption officer. DM